Hey friends, it's me, Micah. This is the Homestead Bandwagon. It's been raining here in western Washington. That's the Seattle side of Washington, where it's always wet and raining for like 20 years. It's never going to dry out. We are never going to see the sunshine. But despite that, we got folks who want to get stuff tilled up. I got some folks up the hill want their stuff to tilled up. Now, you normally don't want to till up super wet, soaking ground while it's raining. But that's what we're going to do today. We'll drive up there, see if we can break that sod, get these folks a garden, and hopefully by August it'll be dry enough to plant. Okay, so we're at the job, and this ground is both hard and heavy, and we're kind of working on a slope. You can see there's this big hillside up here, and it comes all downhill, so all this water's draining through here. And then if you keep going down that way to the bottom of the hill, that's where the place we've been working on is. Anyway, so what we're going to do, since we're working on hard soil, I'm going to take this skirt and open it. So we don't need to recycle the material quite yet. We're just going to try to break it. So I'm going to open the skirt and just run through kind of shallow, run through deep as I normally would. Then I'll lay down the skirt and go through the rest. So we're going to do a row here. We're going to do a row here. And then we're going to do a little garden up here. So yeah, hopefully we don't have too terrible of a time. And I'm just going to pull uphill. Might be easier to go downhill, but I'm going to pull uphill and see how that goes. If we need to switch, we will. Okay, so the first two rows we did look pretty good. It's all dirt, it's all tilled up. There's not big clumps of sod in it. It's broken down pretty good, even though it's very wet. The reason I wanted to go uphill is because, you know, if you get your tractor going like this, it'll kind of get that tiller into the ground deeper, rather than going downhill where, I don't know, I feel like your tiller would sit up a little bit higher. I don't know if it worked, but I went through this 5 times in one direction and then just one downhill, and it looks fine. I think they'll be able to put some blueberries in this. Hopefully the weather will cooperate a bit more. So I'm gonna go do this garden area, and then we're gonna call it a day. Okay, so we did the garden area, and it was a little tougher. You know, if you're ever doing a job for somebody, just keep in mind that there's going to be stuff in the ground. So T-posts and stuff like that. Anyways, it is so wet out here. This area doesn't drain as well that the tractor started kind of yawing sideways in some parts, so I just had to get fancy and try to touch all the parts. It's not a great tilling job. There's huge clumps in here. It was just so wet that there was nothing else could be done. I can't go through this again without getting the tractor stuck. So I'll probably come back out next weekend and we'll finish it, chop it up finer. But all the sod's broken, so that's good. And tractor's in one piece, just covered in mud. So that's it. You know, I guess if we're going to kind of review what I did to make this work, you know, my first couple passes were skirt up, and you know, just a real light pass the first time, so I could catch stuff like T-posts and rocks and pull them up, and then by hand pull them out of the ground so you don't till through them, and kind of just beat that top layer of sod, and then dumped it all the way into the ground as deep as I could go with that skirt open. Beat that sod up some more, but pitch it out the back so we're not struggling with trying to recycle thick sod. And then my additional passes were skirt down, tiller in the ground, let her rip. So that's kind of just how you do it. If you got a better way of doing it, let me know, but it's worked for me so far. But yeah, we'll come back through here and rework this garden. It's just raining too hard right now. We can't get nothing more done. So all right, we'll see you. Be good to each other.